I didn't know dogs could be such good parents until I saw mother dog disciplining puppies. I've liked dogs my whole life, but I've never really lived with one. Growing up, my parents always said training dog were too much work, so the closest I got was visiting friends who had them. It was there I knew the basic things dogs can do. They wag their tails when they're happy, they like treats, they need walks. What I didn't know is that some dogs are basically parenting experts. And I don't mean just good with their puppies. I mean they seem to have actual rules and lessons for their kids. I learned that last month when I went to visit my cousin Jane. She lives in Miami, the coastal city in southeastern Florida, United States. Jane lives about an hour outside of town. In her place is part small farm, part wild yard. She's got a vegetable garden, a couple of goats, and a bunch of chickens. And most importantly for this story, she has 3 dogs. 2 are older mutts who mostly nap on the porch. The third, Bella, is a medium-sized black and tan shepherd mix with the sweetest face you've ever seen. Bella had just had a puppies about 4 weeks before I came, and they are 4 in number. When I got there, Jane warned me right away. You're going to want to pick them all up. Try to resist. Bella's still in full mom mode. I thought she meant Bella might be a little protective. What I didn't realize was that I was about to see one of the most patient and organized moms in action, from the mother dog. The puppies were tiny and wobbly, like little wind-up toys. They had fat bellies, big round eyes, and hair so soft it barely felt real. 3 of them had Bella's coloring, black and tan, but one was brown with little white socks on his paws. Bella was lying in the shade of an oak tree when I first saw them. Her eyes tracked me as I came closer, but her tail wagged in slow, measured sweeps. That felt like a green light to sit nearby. The pups were scattered in all directions. One was gnawing on his brother's ear. Another was trying to climb up Bella's back, sliding down every time. 2 were in a rolling, squeaky wrestling match that looked intense, but was clearly just play. Then something happened that made me pause. The brown puppy with white paws. I started calling him Socks in my head, bit his brother's ear a little too hard. The other pup yelped. Before I could even blink, Bella stood up, walked over, and put her mouth gently around Sock's muzzle. She didn't hurt him. She didn't shake him. She just held him there for a couple of seconds. Socks froze. His little tail stopped wagging. Then Bella let go, and he sat down quietly. It was the clearest knock it off I'd ever seen. Over the next hour, I saw it again and again. The climbing pup pulls Bella's tail. Bella turns, gives one short bark, not angry, just sharp. The pup stops instantly. The 2 pups wrestling get too rough. Bella steps between them, nudges the more aggressive one away with her nose. And the other pup tries to eat from her food bowl without permission. Bella uses her front paw to gently block the bowl until he backs away. It wasn't in a disordered manner. It wasn't loud. It was quick, calm, and consistent. Jane came close to me at one point and said, "She's been doing this since they opened their eyes. She knows what she's doing." In the evening around sunset, I got my favorite moment of the whole trip. The puppies had been napping in a warm little pile. One woke up, and decided nap time was over. He ran around pouncing on his siblings, trying to get someone to play with. Bella watched him for a bit, letting him be silly. But then he got too rowdy and started tugging hard on another pup's ear while he was still half asleep. Bella walked over, picked him up by the scruff, gently but firmly, and carried him a few feet away. She set him down, and then lay right in front of him, blocking his path back to the three still sleeping for about half a minute. When she finally moved, he went back and lay down quietly this time. I thought maybe I'd seen all her rules on day one, but nope. The next morning, I watched her teach them about boundaries with the chickens. One bold puppy waddled over to the coop, curious about the flapping and clucking. Bella didn't bark. She just trotted over, stepped between him and the coop, and herded him back toward the others with a firm nudge. She also seemed to have a whole system for feeding time. When Jane brought food, Bella stood between the bowls and the puppies. They bounced around, whining and trying to push past her, but she held her ground until every bowl was set down and she gave a little chuff noise. Only then did the puppies swarm in. I've seen human parents struggle to get kids to wait for dinner. Bella did it in 10 seconds. It wasn't all her discipline. In the afternoons, when the sun got too warm, Bella would stretch out under the oak tree with all the puppies piled on top of her. Sometimes she'd rest her chin across one, like she was hugging them. If a puppy cried, she was there in seconds, licking their face, checking if they needed milk, or just lying close until they settled. She seemed to know exactly when they needed comfort and when they needed a correction. Before that trip, I thought training was something people had to do. I didn't realize how much dogs can teach their own young just by being steady and consistent. Bella didn't shout. She didn't lose her temper. She also didn't let anything slide. Every rough bite, every pushy moment at the food bowl, every wander toward danger, she had a calm but firm response ready. And the puppies learned. By the time I left, I could see changes. Socks, the little ear biter, was playing more gently. The climber wasn't yanking on tails anymore. The bold one who tried to bother the chickens stayed closer to the group. On my last morning there, I sat in the grass for a while just watching. The pups were all awake, playing, but they seemed more coordinated than before. Bella was lying nearby, keeping an eye on them. The brown one, Socks, waddled over to me. I petted him for a moment before he ran back to his mom. Bella looked at me for a second, tail wagging slowly, before turning back to the puppies. It honestly felt like she was saying, "Thanks for visiting, but I still have work to do." I left that weekend feeling like I'd witnessed something rare. Not because it doesn't happen often, but because most of us never sit too long enough to see it. Dogs aren't just pets. Some of them are incredible parents. Bella was one of them that I have seen. Here comes the end of the story. Hope you enjoyed listening and watching. For this video to reach others like you, we need your support. Please kindly like, comment, subscribe to this channel for more beautiful pet stories like this. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell button so we get to notify you anytime we post new pet story like this one you just finished listening and watching. Thanks for your time. See you in our next pet story.